Guru Nation, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. It really means a lot to me. This is for the career seekers. I keep talking about, my colleagues keep confirming, the research side. If you want to start your career right now, I don't care what you want to be. You want to be CRA, you want to be CTM. Right now in 2024, you should start at the site level. That's most likely where you're going to have the most success initially. Now, a lot of people are asking things like, well, how do I find a local site in my area? You use Google and you use LinkedIn, and you've got to get familiar with clinicaltrials.gov. Clinicaltrials.gov shows you studies, doesn't always show the names of the research sites participating on certain studies. Sometimes it has the city and the state, but about half the time it does show the names of the sites. So I would use those three tools, and let's come back to clinicaltrials.gov. Once you identify 5 to 10 sites in your area, small sites, not big, you look at their websites. You browse, you peruse, you look at their Instagrams or their Facebooks. Most sites, like Yuma Clinical Trials, have posts that they put on their social media. Hey, we have a cardiovascular disease study. Hey, we got a diabetes study. Hey, we got an asthma study. Hey, did you know depression affects blah, blah, blah. That should give you a hint of the kind of studies we do. This is, by the way, it's not one click and you absorb all the information. You got to go out of your way and research it. Research the sites in your area. You want to stand apart? You want to stand out from the crowd? This is what you do. The employers know this is a lot of work. Then you go a step further. You go find those people on LinkedIn that are involved with the sites. Maybe it's the coordinator, maybe it's the lead CRC, maybe it's site director. You message them, hey, I see you guys are doing these kind of trials. Do you need interns? This is what I'm doing. This is what I can offer. Or you go in person. A lot of people say, yeah, you know what? I applied to 10 sites. I clicked their application button and that's it. That's not enough. That's what everyone else does. That's not what you should do if you want to stand apart from the crowd. If you want to stand apart from the crowd, do you do what everyone else does? Or do you stand apart from the crowd? And this is what I'm talking about. It's selected few that actually do this. But if you're watching even this far, if you didn't get pissed off yet, and shut this video off and say, this guy doesn't understand my struggle, yes, I do. Right? And this is for you. So once you get your foot in the door, say, hey, you know what? Come on in for an interview. You need to know the studies they have. They may not all be publicly available, but you'd be surprised what they post on their website sometimes. Even if you don't know the exact trial, let's say it's an asthma study. You go on clinicaltrials.gov and you find current asthma trials, not asthma trials from 20 years ago. Current, either recruiting or not yet recruiting. And you look, here's what I want you to look at. Inclusion, exclusion criteria, you gotta know that stuff. Right? A lot of times it's going to be the same things for every study. PFT scores, it's going to be FEV1. You got to know what these things mean. Every study, every indication has different things. In depression, it's MADRS, it's HAM-D, it's SCID. Right? In weight loss and obesity, they're different kind of scales for weight loss. You got to know inclusion, exclusion criteria. You got to know the medications that are not allowed while they're in the study, prohibited medications. You got to know at least the mechanism of action of the latest generation of study drugs. So if it's a GLP-1, GIP, whatever it is, you got to know the mechanism of action. Yes, you got to do work. This sounds like work. I'm sorry. Okay, so inclusion, exclusion criteria, prohibited meds, common medications for that indication, common assessments for that indication. If you've never worked on an asthma study, you're not going to know what a PFT is. You're not going to know what FEV1 means if all you've been doing is depression trials. So that's okay, but you got to go study so that when you go interview, you're already familiar with these terms. You're familiar with their world. What does that mean for the employer? Less upfront training for you, less risk. Let's hire this person. They already kind of know. At least we can start from level 1 instead of level 0. lot of you guys and gals are not doing this stuff. You're just sitting back clicking and saying, hey, I want to know the systems they're using, and I can't train myself if I don't know. This is more important than the systems, guys. I'll do a video on common systems. There's no way we're going to get to all of them. This is more important. Learn these things. You're going to stand apart from the crowd. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Good luck out there. You can do it. I get frustrated because all it takes is the difference between you standing apart from the crowd and being just like everyone else is an extra hour or 3 of preparation. That's it. Bye-bye.